up, guys? Um, Nothing crazy today. Ugh, just working. On the website, dropped it all to clean. Helped out. Pay or charged someone to take stuff out of their home, and then went and made money by turning that into a post on Facebook Marketplace and selling it. There's a business there for sure. That's nasty. I don't know why I like randomly had this thought, but I was in the shower and I played pickleball. I was in the shower and just thinking, and it just hit me of like, dang, what if Elijah just died? Like, what if just like out of the blue, Elijah just went home? I feel like I've got medical stuff, and my grandma and my mom's going through stuff, and she's been getting better every day, which is good, slowly but surely. My dad just had a procedure, and I don't know, nothing like really hits me. I'm just kind of like, it is what it is. And then I thought about like Elijah dying, and I was like, man, I don't know how I would deal with that. I don't know how I would cope with that. I mean, immediately what I think of is like, I would live my life differently. I would live my life differently. I would live my life in a way that honors his life, in a way that honors the impact that he's had on me. I would always wonder and question, like, dang, like, what would Elijah say in this moment? And when I think of like the impact that he's had on me, I think of the kind of things that he would say, and like, recreate his own voice in my head, and like, hey bro, just keep it simple. Like, hey, just path of least resistance. Let's try this thing first. If it doesn't work, then we'll move on to the next. Hey, I think you overestimate things a lot of times. Like, what are the real numbers? Hey dude, just get straight to it. Like, just stop talking about it. Stop. We don't need to come up with more ideas. We just need to do. But really, like, the most important of all, just being like, dude, I don't care what happened. I don't care what they said. I don't care what you said. I don't care how things felt. Like, did you look like Jesus? Like, do you feel like you grew in the Lord? Do you feel like your actions and your heart and everything reflected what Jesus would? And that's always the most important thing. And sometimes, like, my reaction's like, bro, like, sometimes 100% on board, and I know sometimes I'm there for him too, but what less than I like to be in. I think it made me like really consider what would, like, if I died, what would that voice be in Elijah's head? I want to say it's good things. I want to say that it's helpful things. I really believe that. But I wonder what staples, I feel like my voice would be stay curious, try different things, go talk to people, smile. But I don't know. And what I want it to be is like the one thing that matters more than anything, which is looking more like Jesus. So I don't know, for some reason that just hits like really hard. Yeah, there were other things that came to mind too. Like, dude, I wouldn't waste my time. I wouldn't just sit around and be up early, and I'd have more fire, inside me. And I don't know why or how that works, or I know there'd be a lot of grief too. combined with like, all right, but he's with the Lord. So I don't know, man. I'm curious, you know. I think it's good to reflect and consider what would my impact be, what voice, forgive me for lack of better words, but what is the spirit of everything that I embody? That is left with people. Something to think about. Yeah, something to think about. I was reading another war book last night. Really good. Very good. Maybe that's why I'm thinking like this, honestly, because I'm reading books of people's best friends just getting chopped up and just dumping mags in the back of people's heads and stepping on bush meat because you're mad that that person killed your friend. I'm saying a lot of bad words for YouTube. This isn't going anywhere. That is the day. Those are the thoughts for today. I think it's also been hitting me lately. I want to make a lot of money. I was just like, yeah, I want to do 100K next year, like in my pocket, like not just run the business, but in general. And I was like, I want to do 200K. Like that would be my goal next year. Like 200K, not in like a, like that's from my job, you know, a 9 to 5. That's not from, like that's like 200K and growing. Is it where I wanted to be? No. Is it just the course of life and me having lost tons of money and getting through the things I got through? And yeah, it is what it is. I'm not happy at the speed at which things have gone, but like I said, I realized that out of all that, it doesn't matter the amount of money. There's so many people with money. What matters is the thing that you can't buy, the thing that you can't accomplish or even build a skill of. And it's a contentment with yourself. It's a peace about life. It's the people that look like somehow they're on earth and yet they float above everyone else in this just special way. And it doesn't matter how much that person makes when you look at them. It doesn't matter what they even look like physically. It's just that person is here, but at the same time they have something that nobody else here has. That's the most valuable thing. And it's not a situation of let me make money, all of these things to be able to get to that point. It is that place is what's most important. The money doesn't matter. The other things don't matter. But once you're in that place, everything else is just, it just is, you know, you don't really worry about it. Whether you make money or not, it just doesn't have a difference to you. So for me, I think that's a place of a deeper intimacy with God. I think it's a place of stepping back. I think it's a place of less ego, a place of humility, a place of letting go, and being okay with who I am and loving who I am more. So, excited for that. My hair is doing crazy things. I love you guys. Peace.